welcome everyone to Canadian Yorker. And we are live with another live stream today talking happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Hope everyone's enjoying the turkey. It's going to be a wonderful day today. It's Thanksgiving holiday season, and the holidays are right around the corner. So there's a lot of good things that are going to be happening today, especially for those of us who love to celebrate the holidays. And this is just one of those times of the year we get to celebrate with family and friends. So there's a lot of great things going on for everybody out there. I hope everybody will enjoy their holiday season. If you're not from the United States, you know, just wishing everybody, you know, it's just another day to be thankful for life, health, and strength. Um, so, as you know, on this channel here, on my channel here, we talk about sports, different types of sports, soccer, football, basketball, combat sports, and there's a lot that we're here for. Also do um, WWE Wrestling Bros with my good friend Boone Steele. There's the link to that channel. It's in the description box as well. But for today, in this live stream, we're going to be focusing on I'm bringing the news to you on um, updated information on the World Cup that is going to be in the United States next year in June or July of 2026. So there's a lot of excitement building up to it. Um, but in between then and now, there's also drama occurring at this time, and so my last discussion about the World Cup was back in August. I when we last had this discussion, and that was on the Christian Pulisic drama and some of the other news occurring the U.S. men's national team. So in this in this live stream, we're going to be talking about the U.S. men's national team. I would have to do a separate discussion of the U.S. women's national team, and this is going to be part one for talking about the U.S. men's national team because there's a lot of time to talk to discuss, and we're only going to be going over what has happened in August and September. Um, since that time, I think in another live stream, I'll continue talking about some of the other World Cup news that's happened. But in this particular live stream, we're going to be going on over what has gone on with the U.S. men's national team. So, without further ado, um, the first thing I'm going to be starting off here with is uh, India is actually going to be facing a world football ban for the second time in 3 years. And this article was written August 27th, 2025. Of course, I will be updating that information as well as hard to see if India had actually avoided being banned by the World Cup. So, in here, this is from France24News.com. Says World Governing Body FIFA and the Asian Football Confederation AFC sent a joint letter to India All India Football Federation President Kalyan Chobi, expressing profound concern at the continued failure to finalize and adopt the constitution. Um, so the AFP, also known as it says here the AFP said and sent in a letter, failure to meet this schedule will leave us with no alternative but to refer the matter to relevant FIFA decision-making body for consideration and decision. Um, it also added the All India Football Federation (IFF) must regard this communication as binding and requiring immediate compliance in order to safeguard its rights as a member of FIFA and the AFC, the Asian Football Confederation. The AIFF constitution has been in India's Supreme Court awaiting a decision since 2017. A suspension would mean Indian national teams and clubs being barred from all international competitions. FIFA previously suspended India in August 2022 for third-party influence after the Supreme Court appointed a committee of administrators to run the IAFF. The ban was lifted a few days later, paving the way for the IAFF to elect Chaubi, India's top-flight club. Football is currently in disarray. The Indian Super League (ISL) could fold over a dispute between the IAFF and its commercial partner. This season's ISL kickoff has been delayed, with thousands of players and staff in danger of losing their jobs. A rights agreement between the IAFF and the company that runs the ISL football, Sports Development Limited, ends on December 8th and is yet to be renewed. The IAFF has been unable to come up with a viable plan for the ISL, which is usually being played between September and April. Players Union FIFPro and FIFPro Oceania raised the issue with FIFA last week. So this is not looking good for the Indian um, Players Association, what they call it again, the All India Football Federation, um, is in danger of losing its footing, and it's not looking too good for all the all the players and the staff that could end up losing their jobs. We will be revisiting this news at a later date, and I just wanted to bring this everybody's attention. But this happened way back in at the near the end of August. Um, with the so let's just continue with the next article here. Of course, I've posted all the links to the each of these articles in the description box for everybody to read. Um, as I usually like to do, I try to go back and rewatch my live streams and put timestamps in each of the parts that I talk about, so everybody can watch those parts for themselves. Um, let's go back. So going back to August 16th, 2025, September friendlies roster. They put out a roster for the U.S. men's national team to play against South Korea and Japan. So going here, says Christian Pulisic is back on the squad after missing out on the Summer Gold Cup tournament, and we covered that last time. Christian Pulisic was not present in in the U.S. when the U.S. was playing the Gold Cup, and the United States lost the Gold Cup to Mexico in a 2-0, which is a 3-0 loss. Um, so it says here the U.S. men's national team announced the 23 players Mauricio Pochettino called up for September friendlies against South Korea and Japan. Headlining the roster and are the returns Christian Pulisic and Tim Weah after both players were absent during the CONCACAF Gold Cup this summer. Names that missed out on the Gold Cup that are not present include Gio Reyna, Weston McKennie, and Antonee Robinson.